That's dope.
I feel like I should use the Rocky music as my intro today because I have like 60 charts that you guys requested from me. Absolutely insane. I think the most we've done is about 40. So today there's not going to be too much bullshitting and talking. It's basically just going to be a whole lot of charting. But first I have to do the thing that they make you do when you do YouTube, and that is subscribe to the channel and smash, hit, bang, poke, double finger the button that says like. Hit the like button, do the like thing. Oh yeah, turn on this bannery thing. And if you want to make requests for a Wednesday stream, I do this every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is for paid subscribers of the Wolfden newsletter. That is how I decide what to chart. So when you guys come in here and start spamming the chat, nah, not happening. Also, when you go, what about XRP, bro? Bro, what about BitConnect, bro? Oh, you have fun staying poor. Yeah, I didn't choose these. You guys chose them. So, oh yeah, not financial advice. I need to say that. Thank you. Nice jersey. I agree. It is awesome. So listen, in the description is everything that I'm charting. Otherwise, shut your cornhole. Keep it to yourself. Nobody wants to hear it. Let's just go, starting here with ADA. By the way, I should say, it took me like 2 hours literally just to like go through the requests on email and then open them at the top of this thing. It's becoming unsustainable, but hey, here we are. But I don't look at the charts before we do this. I just open them up. So there's some old stupid lines. Some have never been looked at. Some might even be the wrong color. I don't know. Live your life. This was we had a huge bear div here on ADA that I'd showed. I told you this was going to likely retrace. Now we had a hidden bullish divergence, which is played out here. Let me go ahead and eliminate that. I think you would be remiss not to see that we have a very clear potential. Does not matter. Potential, left shoulder, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, potential head and shoulders. Not something to worry about until it happens. If it does, confirm, which would be with a break of this. And by the way, you would have to see a break of this blue line on significant volume, but from wherever it breaks, your target would be something down like this, right? Measured move from the height of the neckline to the top of the head and down. We do have good volume on the left shoulder. We have decent volume on the head. So the volume profile there is confirmed. You need to see real volume on the breakdown. If you see volume like this on the breakdown, it doesn't count and you're going to get faked out. It'll do one of those things where it dips down here and goes, fuck you, right? It'll just do that. I know I'm not allowed to cuss because people said it's supposed to be a family show or some shit like that. So anyways, that is my view of ADA against Bitcoin. If you want to catch an entry, I would draw something like this and look for a break of that. So basically, you get a little bit bearish if this line breaks on volume. You get more bullish if this line breaks. But for now, it is above this support here. And actually, it's trading at another kind of key level here. Let me see. Interesting. So there's another level that you can look at there. That's ADA. What is next? Alice USDT. Who's Alice? I don't know. Let's see. That's the one. I mean, this has been trading for like 7 minutes. So take this with a grain of salt. Because you could say that this is some huge like bull flag thing, but like, do we count this when it hit the exchange, that first 4-hour candle? Not really. So it's kind of trading sideways. Honestly, there's nothing here to chart, but I'll just draw some fancy lines for you anyways, because Alice, just reminding you, I'm not looking at your comments. No idea. You're probably writing things about, I don't know, coins you want to see and dreams that you have. You're probably arguing with each other about different assets nobody cares about. I mean, this has no volume. There's nothing happening here. You can see the 50 MA on the 4-hour, which means we just introduced 50 candles here because these MAs go back for 50 periods before, depending on the time frame. And it acted as perfect resistance. So if you care about that, wait till it's flipped and head up. But these are kind of your key levels on Alice for now. Maybe draw one here because this is the highest level that it ever actually closed and opened up. You could draw something through here, but I don't know. But honestly, I mean, nothing to see here. It's been trading since, I don't know, 17 minutes ago. Bye, Alice. Didn't mean to break up with you. Atom USD. I mean, huge move up. Presently holding the 50 MA here on the daily, which is nice. This was a trade that we had, so that's nice to see. You could either draw this as a range or a pennant, right? Something like this. Now, technically, you would draw it like that. Looks weird. Well, actually, no, that's not true. This is after the head. So you would draw it like that, and you would say it actually is broken down and is retesting his resistance. So I'd be careful. Because what do I always say? Bull pennants tend to do this. We just saw it on Bitcoin, or they become a wedge or something and they come down. So I tend to just try not to even look at the support for that. I mean, I would say that your more important support is something like, you know, through here, right? You want to see that 50 hold. You want to see this hold. Otherwise, maybe you get a parallel channel and it comes down into this area. But right now, you know, you're trading either the 50 MA, this line of support, or a break of this here. I mean, this is in all-time high discovery effectively on this pair. So whatever this is, it's bullish consolidation right now. You had a huge move up, strong volume, right? This is like the most, hard to see, but that's the most volume it's ever had, right? When it topped. So a good sign of consolidation and not a downtrend is that volume continually drops as it consolidates. So you had the biggest volume on the way up. Now, if you saw selling and you saw volume going up, that would mean you're looking likely to drop. But when you see volume dropping with price dropping, that is bullish consolidation, pennant, flag, descending wedge, swimming pool, kidney bean. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. All these have stupid names and none of them matter. You need to see this broken. It is bullish consolidation. Bye-bye, Atom. Oh, I should say Atom's awesome. And I want to tell you guys, this isn't even announced and I'm probably not even supposed to say it, but actually the Atom community, not the company, the Atom community, like pooled resources and decided to sponsor my podcast and these YouTube streams once a week, which is really awesome because I get offers from companies all the time. We usually don't do it. But this is actually from the community members of Cosmos who've decided that like they wanted to market the project because they're so passionate about it and chose to spend some of that budget here. So that is going to be really awesome, but that's not starting for many, many weeks. BNB, USDT. Look at that path that didn't happen. Kind of almost happened here. No, Scott, you're terrible at trading. You're wrong. Look at your idea. You're the worst trader in the world. Nobody likes you and your face looks funny. All right, at the end of the day, this is ranging, right? So I'll pull the same line there, pull a line here. So I'm going to erase everything else because I like that range so much. Oh my God. Range just got me going. Felt a little tinge of something going on. Perfect range because look, all the action is around this EQ, right? Look at all that support. So as long as you're above that, you're good. If we break it down like this, you look like it broke here. You look for it to come down further to the lows. But right now, with a break, with a hold of the top, you should be eventually targeting the highs. Super simple. Super simple. You could also draw this entire range as a pennant. Most likely, that's not where we wanted to start it. While I'm drawing this, I just want to tell you guys that you should just stay bullish on Bitcoin. Even if you think it's going to go down here, if it goes down temporarily, I really think it's going to like hundreds of thousands of dollars this year. Every single person I talk to for the podcast who has any knowledge of what's happening, CEOs of exchanges and such, every single one of them is like, you have no idea what's coming. The announcements that we're going to see, the people who are buying, the amount of supply side shock, the fact that literally exchanges are starting to run out of Bitcoin. Not a joke. That shit is really happening. So don't be a jackass. Right. BNB looks bullish regardless, right? I mean, big ass bull pennant. Huge moves up. So you can look at it either as this range or this pennant. So if you're a pennant player, like I said, watch out. If it breaks slow, you could end up getting a big gold flag that comes down here, which would probably line up really well with this area, right? You'd have this line would do something like this. right? And then you'd have a massive bull flag. And what would happen? You'd be playing the pennant, you'd get shaken out here, and then you'd be super pissed when it broke up to new highs. So always be careful of that. I'm telling you, I've seen it so many times, man. Sad story when kids get broken down on the bull pennant. So yeah, I think that as long as you're holding the top half of this range, it looks pretty good. And so like when you keep these two in context, breaking this will get you to here, which will break you above the thing. And then you just have a cascade of super bullishness. I mean, I wouldn't bet against Binance right now, right? Forget it. BQX, this is Voyager, VGX. People keep asking me to chart it. You cannot chart it because it's BQX on Binance, but this is Voyager coin. Charted it the other day. Hey, it actually broke down from that cloud, but got back inside. That's nice. I don't even know why we're looking at the cloud. Sweet. Oh, I look at it. I mean, clearly it's at support here, right? This is where you would expect a bounce, and this is exactly where it bounced because you had this move down into this area before a big move up, right? So this is the next one. Here. If you're a supply and demand trader, you look for these big candles, right? You see this big candle here, leftover orders. See this big candle here, likely leftover orders. Super simple. Same thing happens on the way down. You expect there to be lots of resistance up here, right? I love that you guys are still over here asking for things. I just clicked back and I have said like 10 times, and I'm not going to check out anything you put in the chat, but you guys are relentless. And I have to appreciate the spirit, but you still ain't getting it. What about CHSB? Yes, it's on the list. Everything I'm charting is in the comments for the YouTube video. Every single thing. The coins of your dreams. I'm going to erase this cloud. But what about Litecoin, bro? You forgot Litecoin. No, I didn't. I didn't care. So yeah, this is not that great, but I think that could be the action from that move down. What about EOS, man? They raised billions. It's the future. I'm going to tell you guys a secret. That coin that you're passionate about, that one coin that you love so much and you hold so dear is probably going to zero in the next 10 years. Because there are literally hundreds of coins coming on a week and there are thousands and thousands of coins and they're just not going to make it. It's just math. I'm not saying anything specific about your coin. I'm just saying that 90% of this shit is going to be worthless at one point. So choose wisely. Don't become a community member for the next 97 years of your life. I love all these coins. There's so much money to be made, but so many of them are going to go to zero. And just because you think that they have the greatest idea and they're going to change the whole world, most people can't execute. An idea is completely worthless. It's worth nothing. If someone has an amazing idea and you see them building for 3 years and it's still just code and they haven't launched a product, run. It's a piece of shit. Hey guys, I'm in a good mood. I don't really know what's going on with Voyager. Honestly, I like that it's bouncing out of here. I would want to see it break this, but for now, I would say that it looks good above this zone. And it also has these tweezer bottoms here on the daily. We can even erase that to show you. See how it has these two tiny little wicks on the bottom? And they're almost exactly equal. That's close enough. That's a reversal sign. Bullish reversal. You actually had tweezer tops here at the top. Same thing. And most people don't know tweezer bottoms actually don't have to be consecutive candles. You could have some like sideways move and then another like kind of bottom there, but it's best when they're two candles like that. So this has tweezer bottoms. If it closes like this, you would expect this to at least be a local bottom. I hold VGX. It gets me more interest on the Voyager platform. Unless you've been literally living under a rock, you know that I am a super homer for Voyager. I am like their biggest cheerleader. I absolutely have a man crush on every person in their team. I think they are just the best company ever. So I might be a little biased, but I get extra interest by holding Voyager VGX. Hey, here's Swissborg, that coin that I said I was going to do that you were wondering when I was going to do. Here it is. Swissborg is one of my largest holdings. I'm friends with the team. I had Cyrus on the podcast. I've been on their Kryptonites podcast. I love Alex. Those guys are amazing, and what they're doing is incredible, but I'm American and I can't actually use the platform. I had to buy the coins OTC, but I very much believe in their product, their wealth management solutions. I mean, if you've got money and you're in not the United States and want some wealth management in crypto, this is a great place. Another one you guys know I'm very bullish on and invested heavily in is Elysium. That's a kind of a similar but different platform. So this is so bullish. Low, high, low, high, low, high. I mean, just keeps going higher. This probably another higher low following the 50 MA here. So this could actually, I mean, this wick is effing stuff up. But here, anything above that and that looks good. I mean, this is just bullish market structure, right? Started all the way down here. Oh man, it's even been doing it since before. Wow. Talk about a rounding bottom if you had patience. That looks like a Doge chart. It's epic. I didn't even know about it back then, but this thing's awesome. So once again, I'm invested in it. Slightly biased, but I haven't sold it. And I never even looked at it on the Bitcoin pair. Actually, I always looked at it on the dollar pairs. This is kind of interesting. It's been performing exceptionally well against Bitcoin. I mean, 0.00006. Now we got only 0.0000. It's less O's. It's got to be good. So I would say, listen, if you can get a, order here, we were just there, here, I would be targeting here, and then you're hoping for a flip and price discovery. Cool? Cool. Chili's baby back ribs. Chili's baby back ribs. Barbecue sauce. Chili's seems to be working with every football, soccer team in the world. I actually reached out to their CEO today to see if he wanted to be on the podcast. Well, dude, I'm getting rid of all these lines because they're useless. I mean, this is bullish consolidation. Again, huge volume on the move up, descending volume on the drop. And I would say that your support is through here. Guys, charting does not have to be hard. You see, I could draw you a million different things. I could pull up 70 indicators. We could look at the RSI, OBV, MACD, Ichimoku, cloud, divergences. Just do what works for you, man. Find something really simple. The more time I traded, the more things I learned, the more I studied, the more I realized that none of it matters as long as you position your sizes, you size your positions correctly and position your sizes and manage your risk. But look, this is above support. You don't want to see it breaking through here. Otherwise, you're targeting down here, right? Super simple. But this is breaking here. You just want to see some volume now. But this looks good. Looks good. Breakout, need volume, maybe bounce down here and head up. I shared a Solana chart in the newsletter today that looked very similar. Now we got Chili's on the USDT pair. I mean, are you kidding me? It's parabolic. Parabolic. Even more volume than the other. This is clearly maybe you call this a descending triangle, which is bearish, right? Break support. We've talked about this before, but a descending triangle is more of a continuation pattern in whatever direction it's going than it is actually bearish. People call it bearish all the time. It's not. 62 or 63% chance it breaks up in an uptrend, and overall up and down, over a 50% chance that it breaks up. Descending triangles are not statistically bearish patterns. If this breaks support, you know what's going to happen. It's just going to turn into a bull flag. Either way, bullish consolidate, and then maybe you come down to here. Watch me work, right? Big ass bull flag, go up. But I mean, hard to get bearish on a chart when it looks like that. And if so just don't do it. Crow, Magnon. I'm going to look at the weekly. That still remains. I guess I looked at this before. Was that on the weekly? Yeah. This is so dumb. But this is now a rounding bottom. I would say that now above 0.0000331 sats. It looks bullish. I mean, it's even smiling. Oh man, the magnet tool really ruined my smiley face. So yeah, I think now that you're back above here, like that, and the crazy thing is about this weekly chart, even probably on the daily, is because of that strange structure. I mean, maybe you should find resistance here. Ish. That's a long way up. It's almost double. Right? Maybe here. But there's a big ass rounding bottom. And it's above weekly support, which used to be the lows. So I would say if you catch a weekly test back of 334, if you didn't catch it on the break, pretty good. On the weekly chart, you can see on the weekly chart, there's literally no resistance. Maybe through here. Be a bearish breaker, but not even technically. Yeah. Smiling. It's smiling. This could be reversing. Happy birthday to the crow people out there. Sounds like a movie, crow people. This was a CRV trade that we had and at the top of the range. So happy birthday to you if you caught that. Have fun staying financially stable. I mean, we could leave that back. Flipping it back, maybe. It's really hugging that 50 MA there on the daily, huh? I don't even care about these lines anymore, but we'll leave them. I don't know. This could be cup and handling, right? Rounding out. Maybe it makes a handle here and heads up. I don't see anything overtly bearish about this. I don't know if you're trading it here on the daily, maybe something like this is your support. And if it breaks, you consider exiting, but this probably a channel. Always look for channels. Like one of the first things you should do is look for a channel because you'll find it a lot. That one's not exact, but you get the idea. Also won't pull correctly. And it's actually flipping the top half of it. If you're wondering why it's stopped here, well, look, there's a big move down, right? So what happens before a big move down? That's where you get supply. Right? There's that last candle before it moved down. You include the body and the wick, the up wick. At the bottom, you include the body and the down wick for demand. So got to get above this. So the smartest trade now, actually, technically, is here. Want to get above it because otherwise you might be buying it down here, might even retrace down here to where this is. Really bad at drawing with this thing. But in general, this looks, bullish. And so this is what I'm talking about with the cup and handle. You would expect this maybe even here. You technically want it to come all the way up to here and it didn't, right? There's this gap. But if you kind of fill out here and then head up. So watch for this to consolidate. Looks like it's finding a lot of resistance here. That's a big wick. And this wick went right into it and was rejected. And we are only in the C's. That's not the right engine chart. This is bullish. I don't know what to say. It's bullish. That's the weekly. My God. Oh, more bullish consolidation. Wow, a lot of these coins look pretty damn good. It had this little bull flag here breaking out already. It's already breaking out. That's a weekly level, hence why it's trading a little bit below. But again, you're not going to be bearish. No. Maybe locally you have a level that's like here. Holding above that. Now, if this closes like this, you could draw a level here, but this isn't closed yet. But yeah, that looks good from weekly perspective. If it holds that line, now you're just looking at the highs. A lot of really good looking coins here, surprisingly, because I've been looking at scanning through and not finding that much in the altcoin market. But guys, this is bullish. You bought those dips, right? ETHUSD, clearly not the main chart I've been using because it's got nothing on it. Some old stuff. But that's good. We can take a fresh look. Sorry, guys. I'm not as funny today. I'm all business. A lot of charts. Somehow I have to get back to my life at some point. So look at the weekly, because this is all that matters to me, is that it bounced off the previous 2018 highs perfectly. So to me, this remains bullish above 1420. If it drops, I'm not even too worried about it dropping very far, but maybe, I don't know, 1,000. I think 1,000 would hold. Had this massive double bottom targeted under there. I don't even know on the daily. Looks like it's a little bit out of steam, not gonna lie. See if RSI is telling us anything. We had this huge bear div, right? But then you had this hidden bull div right here on the bottom. If you don't know what those look like, lower highs, higher highs. Any bear div, hidden or otherwise, is measured on the highs. On the lows, we had lower RSI and higher price, higher low. Now, nothing to see since then. So, meh. If you're an RSI trader, you kind of want to see this back above 50. Like you can draw, by the way, you can draw patterns, you can draw support and resistance on oscillators too, on indicators. That one's not great. Maybe right there, actually. Right? Support, breakdown, resistance. So I often like to do this, which I did with Bitcoin today. And then if you really want to drill it in, you double tap and, lock it in really good. You can set an alarm on that as well. But look, 1, 2, 3 taps of resistance. So if you're looking for a breakout on Ethereum to go up, set an alarm on this. Let's do it. If RSI breaks that line, an alarm will go off, and maybe that tells us that Ethereum is going to go up. It's just boring. It's just boring. Sorry. Fed. Every week, Fed broke out. I drew that line, broke out, retested a support. Funny how that works. I mean, is this not quite price discovery? Let's look at it on the daily. That gives us a little more info. This is the highest. The red line is the highest it ever had a daily close. 1283, very close to that. I wouldn't want to trade this now until we're above that, because then even though you have this one wick here in these, that's sort of, it's not officially price discovery because price has been up at 1551. But if you start closing daily candles above the highest close ever, bigly, hugely, it's important. It's meaningful. It means things that are important. I love that you guys are still over in the chat asking for coins. Yes, next time, could you do this? Sure, let me get out my notepad. Write it down. Oh, user blank, blank, blank says, Scott, please chart BitConnect next stream in a week. I can't remember what happened 5 minutes ago, and certainly am not going to take notes for next week. But I love y'all. I really do. I really do. Fat Bitcoin looks really good. I want to be above 1283. Oh, Fat USDT. I don't think I've ever looked at this, ever in the history of ever. But I mean, yet again, this is one of those weird ones. It's kind of like if you drew a pattern, it would be the bullhorn, right? Which everyone hates. Doesn't give you much information. So let's say that you draw a range here. You want to be above it or below it. Your next support is here, right? But I mean, you're going to get bearish on that. Basically, the entire history of this is one big inverse head and shoulders. Pretty epic. And this is an all-time high price discovery above this level. So, I mean, looks really good. I would wait for it to close, not do this, not SFP, not find that liquidity and drop, but close above here. We're only in the Fs. We're only in the Fs. We are only in the Fs. Do you know it starts with F? I'm not going to say it. It's a family show. That's a big-ass bearish divergence and a big-ass hidden bullish divergence, so don't worry about it. Bye-bye, RSI. This is it. It's above support, right? Form this range. Broke, drop down. Here's a retest as support. It should go up if it falls back in the range. Target the mids here, whatever. And maybe if you want to draw a descending something or other, it's probably a channel. Let's see. Something like that. Not really that. See how it broke the EQ there and dropped. But it can just follow that up. No big deal. But that's your support. So I'll keep that. And if this line breaks down, you know that maybe you're coming down to this area because there's all this price action here that hasn't been retested. This is basically not a gap like a gap in the chart, but a gap in price action that often gets filled because nature abhors a vacuum. Also abhors whores. Abhors a whores. USD, Gert. There, I did it. See, if you had drawn a pennant here, it's broken down, right? But do you look at this as bearish? I don't even know what all these silly old lines are. Read them now. Peter the deleter. See, there were tweezer tops. You see that? When I was talking about the tweezer bottoms, tweezer tops and down. That's key level. That's key level. Don't know why everything I'm doing is blue. I'm going to switch to black on the next chart, I think. Alrighty. I mean, there's something through here. I don't know. I would wait till it breaks this. Easy. It's consolidating. Let it consolidate. Don't do anything until you have confirmation that it's going to break up. So a break of this line. Howdy doody. HNT, USDT. I have no idea what this is. No idea, but it's only gone up. And it's really misleading to look only at all these USDT pairs because they're up because Bitcoin's up. Let's be real. Let's be honest. Let us be honest. Oh, I said I was going to do black. I lied. Too much effort. These are your key areas, I would say. Sure, I'll give this one. Then obviously up here. But I mean, this is bullish. It just went up. Stocks only go up. I will say it's rising now on descending volume. That was not great. I wouldn't be surprised to see this break support and come back down to here to $5. I don't know what it is. I don't know anything. But this looks pretty toppy because this was a top candle, this shooting star right here on extreme volume, the highest volume on the entire chart, capitulation volume, but it continued going up on lower volume. I'm not saying you should whatever, but I think this will drop. Maybe come down to the 50 MA and this $5 level or find some support somewhere in the middle. But right now, technically, it looks fine above $8. But volume says this move is exhausted and that there was a shit ton of selling up to this level where we are now. So you don't want to be below 8 because that's where that candle stopped. How many more charts do I have left to do? Hot was a trade in the newsletter all the way down here. So have fun staying super rich right here too. Hope you're enjoying your richness. I'm going to delete all this crap. Capitulated somewhere down here in profit, but I'd held hot forever, finally got into a decent profit and I quit. And now I'm having fun staying slightly less wealthy than I would have been if I had held it. Sometimes I feel like I'm just talking to myself. I don't know, man. Yet again, I mean, some sort of funky range situation happening. It's on the top half. I mean, you can't be bearish on it, but maybe I would, if it drops, I would buy it here. That's what I'll tell you. Not there, here. Otherwise, you want to buy it here when it gets above the top. all of these coins are consolidating and you just can't like randomly buy in consolidation because maybe it comes down and makes a flag. And you've bought up here thinking, hey, I'm amazing. And then you sell here because you broke support and then it goes up and breaks the flag, right? We all know how this goes. But I mean, look, this is a huge move up, great volume. See, that's that same thing. See that shooting star on big volume? You could tell that move was done. I'm not saying that means it needs to drop, but this candle, this shooting star is a top signal. And it happened on real volume. Okay. So, but for now, it's fine. You have descending volume still up here, but you can tell we weren't going any higher than that for a while. That's all I'm saying. And you have another bull pennant. God, let's take a look at blue. I don't want to look at blue anymore. At least for trend lines. So you got some kind of bull pennant here. You know what it is. Don't say I didn't warn you. Man, all of these look like they could just blast off again, but on the flip side, they all look like they're like gasping on thin air and could just drop if Bitcoin has a move. So I'd be very careful. Injective protocol. I have an injective hoodie. They sent me one. It's awesome. I don't know where it is. People send me stuff all the time. I actually have a stack of hats right here. Look at this. This is all probably in the last couple weeks. Red Light Holland. It's an awesome hat. Microdosing. My friend Todd sent me those. SNTVT hat. Those are just the hats. People mostly send me shirts, hoodies, and other stuff. Trend Spider. I was on their thing. Mina Protocol. Awesome. They sponsor my podcast, Mina. They launched their main net just this week. Hobby. This is just the stuff that happens to be in my office because I open the packages. Oh, a shirt and a pin from eToro. I don't know, man. Get lots of swag. Lots of swag. Don't even know why I just showed you all that. Just happened to be there and I thought of injective. Okay, I mean, this is fine, but it's testing. I don't know. You want to be above this line. So even just pull that to here. I don't even like that. This chart confuses me. I've looked at it a few times, to be honest. Still making higher lows and highs. Like anything above here remains a higher low. So I'm not worried. Do I look worried? I'm not worried. I'm not. It's not like I'm going to go panic sell the minute I get off this stream. Cool hoodie though. I would say this is some sort of. I mean, it's weird. There's no volume. You're above this. That's good. It's kind of like just weird how it's sort of rounded out here. Don't know what to do with that exactly. God, didn't I just say I'm going to make it black? I mean, if you were going to really draw a top line as much as I like the one I had that bias towards, it'd really be wide like that. And that's just a weird line. So let's erase all this and say that we are ranging. But then you would draw it to here, honestly. Which makes sense. Rejected at the range highs. So here's something interesting. We talk about double tops and bottoms. You could say that this double topped here, but it was not confirmed until the breakdown here, because that's the swing low between those two. So let's see if you counted that, what the target of that would be. Would still have more downside if you counted that, but they never hit their targets. Let's be honest, doesn't happen. You've been signed out. Sign in, man. What are you doing? Computer's tripping. Signing me out of stuff. I need to look at that. So that doesn't really worry me. It's weird too because it double topped and kind of went up. Yeah, I want to be back above that line. But this is some sort of bull flaggy thing. It just doesn't really make much sense. You know what? What would be interesting? Let's look at this on a line chart. Still not that clear. That looks like it had a little head and shoulders and broke down and now could be bottoming. So I just don't know on this chart. I really like this coin. I just don't know on the chart. I'm going to be honest. It's not telling me much. Going to skip it. Sometimes you just don't know and you got to say it. Lit USD, ranging and losing the mid-range. Technically, if that becomes resistance, you look at the bottom of the range. Losing that as well, if you consider that the support. I don't know. You want to be back above these lines to consider this. Otherwise, I would go ahead and place bids around here. That's a really big circle. More like around here. Something like that. Oh, I'm going to delete that. You could also draw this like that if you want to have a more bullish bias, but I don't know. Kind of like that one. I mean, the volume is absurd. None. Lots over here. None. I don't know, man. Doesn't look great. Doesn't look bad. It's kind of, has this move down and consolidating. Maybe it drops a little more. I have no idea. But that's what I would say if I had to guess. Luna, another one that's just kind of parabolic, y'all. That's against Bitcoin, too. That USDT pair must look, whoa. Must look crazy. But yeah, I had all this pegged. Now, if you're looking for a knife catch, I'll look at here. Not saying it'll happen, but that's where I would be looking if you're looking to buy a dip. Otherwise, buy above here and look for price discovery. Be careful that it doesn't head and shoulders because it kind of has that vibe. If you're drilling in on the daily, you're actually at support right now and swept it. Right? That swept that low. That's why you saw that move up, but let's see if it can hold. I'm not in love with it. But this is a natural sell-off after a move like that. I mean, it's bullish. You're still parabolic. Nothing's changed, right? I mean, parabolas are the dumbest thing because everybody draws them different and you can always alter them. But, oh my God, your parabola's broken. No, it's not, bro. It's over here. Oh, what do you mean? It's like there. No. There's your parabola, dude. Oh. And then we jump rope. Hopscotch. Double Dutch, bro. There are so many charts up here. It's already 2:45. All right. I think you're fine above this level. If you lose it, look down to that level. That's not the MATIC chart that we want. I have my sloppy charts and I have my good charts. You guys sometimes get a view of my sloppy charts. Flipping support back to resistance and back to support. I mean, this is bullish consolidation after a huge move up. So many of these coins look like this. My God, are they all just going to dump to Hades or are they all going to rip? It's going to be interesting. Stay tuned. Nobody knows. After the commercial break. So this is your highest close ever. So I would say that's a key level. Don't know why I used that tool, but hey, whatever. I would want to be back above that-ish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rejections of that line. I'm very bullish on MATIC, aka Polygon, by the way, but I want that. But I do like this bounce off support. If this closes below here, I would look down to this here. But looks generally good. Spending too much time talking about these coins. Gonna have to go get my kid at some point and disappoint all of you. I mean, I don't know. That's stupid. I don't even like that. Same thing. Bullish consolidation on the tether pair. It's flipping back. This should go up. If it holds this, it should go up. Otherwise, look down here. Pretty straightforward, right? But now if I had to draw it again today, I would say, oh, that's good. Yeah, that's where you want to be. Break that, you go up. That's it. Someone sent me this project the other day. I mean, absolutely ripped. This is on Dex Tools because it's not on an actual charting platform that you would want to use. I don't know what just happened. I thought I had pulled that tool. So that's not working, right? It's not working at all. Like I'm going, I'm saying trend line, and then it's just giving me that and a bunch of dots. Oh, I know what's happening. Turned it white, and the line is probably white. User error. Something like that. Right, but this is like, it's a descending wedge. It's a descending broadening wedge, technically, so you should revisit the highs here. That's white, isn't it? If it breaks, that's not a great candle right now. I don't know. More bullish consolidation. If you want to get all like, it's a bull flag. Yeah, it probably is. Either way, it's bullish consolidation. And this has nice volume, but you don't want to see that wick. You want to see that push up close higher up here. There's a 4-hour candle. So we got, I don't know, an hour and 15 minutes left. See what that candle does. If it closes a little more bullish, but I would be looking for a break of this to target higher. Peace out. Nim. Anybody watch the movie The Secret of Nim when you were a kid? Or is that only for people my age? It's about these rats that lived in a field and the tractors would come and it would get the rats and they thought that it was like some mythical being. Is this ringing a bell with anyone? Wow. Full retrace. That chart is insane. Is this a real coin? I mean, it's like the Eiffel Tower. That is a stupid chart. But yeah, looks pretty good here, actually. Flipping this. I'd just pull it here to be technical. Flipping that. So if it drops to here, buy that as sport. But that's a nice candle. No volume. Even on the weekly. I guess you could say the volume rose. Right? Oh, huge volume, guys. It's huge. Look at it. It's double those other candles when people made 3 trades the entire week. But savage, disgusting chart. But hey, maybe it's bottomed. If I was trading it on the weekly, I would be looking at these levels as your major supply and demand, right? So what you're looking for here, if you're not already in, and by the way, you're being rejected right there, if you're wondering, would be a buy here and then a target of that. Mimic. I got to go pretty fast with these because, I'm only human, can't charge 60 coins. I'm only human, a man who has some loins. I think that's the actual words to the song, strangely. This is bouncing off the 21 EMA, which I have pulled here, that purple line. Broke out, coming back to retest. Not the worst thing I've ever seen. Oh, this is OXT USD. You down with OXT? Yeah, USD. You down with OXT? Yeah, USD. Every last lady. Some of these charts, man, I don't know. Got me SMH, shaking my head. Leave this comment up because it's a good one. Chart my shitcoin, please. Did you know the secrets of NIM was based on real experiments done on rodents? The movie? I think it was NIMH, right? Because it was an acronym like or something. Right. Rats of NIM. See, look, I came over to the comments for a second, and you guys actually know about that. That's dope. Cool. Let me go back to this chart that I have no idea. But this looks pretty good right here as a bounce off resistance. This is a nice potential daily candle. Almost tweezer bottoms, not really, but indecisive, a nice little doji. I think this could reverse here. I don't know. I wouldn't want to be back like in here. But this is a tough chart, to be honest. Okay, here's your real new, freshly support right there. Boom. Come down in here, buy it. I'm not really saying that. I'm not going to buy it. PERP, this is a 1 hour chart and has been trading since exactly, I don't know, yesterday and going down. Here you go. I don't know. Buy it if it breaks above that. You can't chart this, guys. But I can tell you that if you were going to, and this was like a weekly chart, I would tell you to stay away because it just keeps breaking supports, right? Every little tiny support has been broken and hit perfectly as resistance and broken down. So maybe this will go back up. I don't know, but there's absolutely nothing to see here except for a couple hourly candles. Have fun staying not charted. PKF. Now, I think you might have asked for this on a different pair, not WETH. It looks great on the USD pair. I'm in this. I shared it before. I was down a little bit. This is on the Ethereum pair, and this looks fucking good. I don't even care about any of that, but like this is rounding into a nice cup and handle type thing. You like to see it. Like to see that. I don't know about all this, and it didn't quite get high enough to cup and handle and make that handle here. I mean, this is pretty good. It's pretty good. Well, probably have a line here that it's breaking, so maybe you get super pumped if it holds that, closes back above that line, but I'm not really worried about it. Actually, you know what? I'd put it here. Say we're good. Oh no, I like it. I would watch for this cup and handle. Ultimately, if you're like a super conservative trader, you're just going to wait until you break this because then it's price discovery. You don't have to worry about any of this. My line just moved, didn't it? Moved back to where I didn't want it before. Get back there. That's a pretty good chart. Nice move up, consolidation, rounding, party time. I've never looked at Polkastarter against Bitcoin, and it's kind of depressing here, right? Ooh, but we do have bullish divergence, I think. Close. I don't know if that's lower. Yeah. If this closes like this, you'll have a bull div here, right? Higher lows from here to here. Lower low there. If you look at it on the line chart, it'll be very clear. There to there. It has to close below that, and there to there. So that has some potential. It's got some potential. I mean, I love Polkastarter. Like everything is being built, IDO'd there. I was in this super early. One of my favorite trades ever was when it dropped from 20 cents to 10 cents in like an hour on a coin release, and I bought it at 10 cents and it was 18 cents an hour later, and now it's like $4 or $5. I haven't looked. It's a lot. So that's ultimately you want to buy when it breaks that. But I could see if this closes with bullish divergence, I could see taking this at support here. Ultimately, this is probably a huge range between this and this. See how that EQ comes into play there? But yeah, I would, wait for it to break this line. And I like it holding that if it closes with a bullish divergence. How many charts can he do before he loses his damn mind? Not so many. I'm losing it. 2:54 Eastern Standard Time. Experiment is going well. Subject seems to be diminishing in his mental capacity. We will continue watching for this sleep deprivation experiment. Look at that. Yo. That's a range, y'all. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that shite. I blew it, didn't I? It's not really arranged. It's not perfect. Yeah, it is. Perfect. Flipped it. If you're trading in the top half of this range, you're good. If you lose it, watch out below. But break that line, head back up. Party time. Phone a friend. Get on your party shoes. Go to the club. Remember going to the club? Oh, man, I remember going to the club. I'm too old to go to the club now. I'd go, though. I'd go just to go somewhere that's not here. Yeah, I want a break of that and target the range highs because it hasn't gotten there yet. I mean, that's a perfect tap of the lows and a perfect flip of the mids. This should be going to the top. Rose Bitcoin, not Rosebud, the sled from Citizen Kane. We've talked about this before. Some of you happen to think that it is a great cinematographical masterpiece as is accepted. I think it's a stupid black and white movie about a sled. And every time I watched Citizen Kane in like a film class, I got pissed off because I was so annoyed at how stupid it was that all I cared about was his stupid sled. If you've never seen Citizen Kane, then you have no idea what I'm talking about. But the sled's name was Rosebud, hence why I see this rose and I think of Rosebud. I think of either Citizen Kane, Titanic, Rose, Jack, Rose. No Rose. Did you notice that in the movie Titanic, every time they talk to each other, they say their name? It's like, what would you like for dinner, Rose? I don't know, Jack. You know, Rose, I really think, Rose, that maybe we should have spaghetti, Rose. Jack, that's a great idea, Jack. Nobody talks like that. The movie is so bad. People think it's so good. It's been 84 years. Nobody wants to watch Titanic. Nobody. But Kate Winslet, she's a treasure. I don't know. This is your main line, but this is dropping into demand here on the 4-hour. So you can buy it in here, support. If I had stops, I would put them like down here. I don't know. Because you also have all this, so I don't know. Wouldn't trade this until it breaks that. But you know me. Here? No. Wrong tool. It's been 34 years. Yeah, I came back here for 1 second. That's true. That's how Ethereum people feel. You, Tyrus, you love Titanic, be honest. Fucking Rosebud, man. I don't know because I'm not looking at XMR. Sorry. I did not say that eGold is a shitcoin. Great to see you and hear you too, my man. Okay, guys, I got distracted by your comments. I wish I spoke French. I will get to Xerox or whatever the hell you guys keep talking about, but it's all the way over here and I'm all the way over here. I don't know about Rose, man. Break that line, maybe a heads up, but generally it is consolidating up here. Maybe a head and shoulders. I don't know, man. There's a lot of ways you could draw supports here. Maybe draw that. It's breaking down. I don't know. It doesn't look great. I don't want to see Rose print a candle like that. Okay. Goodbye, Rose. Goodbye, Jack. That's me dying and slipping into the water. Like Leonardo DiCaprio. Man, I don't know. All these charts are stupid. Everything is ranging, waiting for a decision from Bitcoin. That's basically my opinion. This looks to be losing the range mid, so if that breaks down, I would buy this right here. 6. Ooh, sign of the devil. 66666666666. It's a big drop. I don't know if it'll do that, but that's where I'd be doing it. That's where I'd be looking. Otherwise, at the very minimum, you need to be above this. So you could do that, but then you're going to find resistance here. So you want to see that. But I mean, nothing bad, right? There's a big move up. It's consolidating. You could have a bull pennant. You could have a surfer pattern. Wow, that guy is the smallest body ever. His face is a plus sign. I don't know. Maybe it does like this and like, oh my God. I don't know. No idea what RUNE is doing, but I would say that it looks like it's losing the mid-range. Nobody saw my drawings, did they? Yeah, man, like it. Smash the thing. Smash it. Xerox, punk. Haha, it's called Xerox. Everybody knows that. Yeah, actually, I would like to tell you this. That I get a message about this every hour. There's Scott.Melker_ on Instagram. I have reported it 50 times. My wife's reported it. We've all reported it. It has not gotten kicked off, and it's scamming people. This account, which is, I don't have an Instagram. My Instagram account is my name, and I don't use it. And it's like asking people about their trades and trying to scam people. Do not fall for any Instagram scam with my name on it. Thank you for pointing that out, because it's literally someone like DMs me every day. Raven was probably the worst coin I've ever seen for a very long time. And now it's like less worse. Or once it broke that, my God. See that head and shoulders? I made fun of this coin a lot. Now it finally got up there above support. That's where you want to buy if you missed the chance. But yeah, it looks good. Funny, I have to actually draw higher lines on Raven. Fly, Raven, fly. Yeah, I mean, nothing in here is interesting. You want to either buy it here or here. Everything else here is going to just chop you up. Levels. That's it. So back above here, maybe here. You could even say here to be TBH. Yeah, actually, you know what? I hate to do it. Don't want to do it, but I would say there. But once again, big move up, consolidating. But I do not, every single candle here, except for this weekly candle, has a huge wick up. Somebody is selling like aggressively all through here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bad. 303. Got to keep moving. 303. Sake. Is it sake? Is it sake? Is it sake? For the sake of sake, I don't know how to pronounce this. Clearly, it already double bottomed, as I had pointed out, and did its bang bang. How many of these coins look like this? That has to be your next key level. If it drops, I would buy it in there. Man, it's hard because a lot of these looked really good, but now you can't really trade them because they're just chopping up after a move. You don't buy in the middle of consolidation. Also, I don't like this, to be honest. 1, 2, 3, 3 of the biggest candles on this chart, given there aren't many, these are all selling volume. Somebody's selling a lot here and you have all these up wicks. I don't know, man. I don't know. I would have to clear through all of this and buy it above this personally, because it would mean that all that selling was exhausted. There's a lot of selling. There's buying too. There's wicks below, but price keeps going down. I don't love it. I'd look to buy down there. Skirt. Secret network. Skirt. Oh, looks shitty. Maybe it's bottoming. Looks like a big ass head and shoulders, but it really wouldn't be in this position. I don't know. All these stupid old lines. Maybe it's demand and supplies. And yeah, I mean, it looks super toppy. So there's one sport that you do not want to lose that. Maybe you have some sort of flag here, but that would not be a flag. You kind of have a head and shoulders, in which case you'd be looking, oh my, right there. If you see this break, I mean, but it's ugly. Let's look at it on the 4 hour again. It's holding it for now. And see, like you don't have the volume on the breakdown. If you see volume breaking that, run away. 1, 2, sort of shoulder. It's ugly. There's volume in the head and there's volume in that shoulder. I don't know. Maybe this is like bottoming here, but it's not the best chart I've ever seen. It's pretty savage sell-off. Not on much volume, but it's gone way further than you want to see. Let's do this. Let me show you my fibs. All right, so that's actually encouraging. Golden pocket, 61.8 to 65-ish. This is where this should retrace to on that move. So maybe it's bottoming above 44442. Anywhere above this line, maybe you consider it good, but it's holding that 618 fib beautifully. If that loses it, you look to the 78.6 down here. I mean to do that. Damn it. I don't know why I won't revert my stuff. Edit. Trading View is tripping on me today, but I'm going to leave that just to remind me. I'll leave them to remind me of what fibs really is. I bet this is going to have a bunch of, oh, it's got black. Sweet. SHROOM has been a monster. I've been in this from the beginning too. Josh Rager told me to buy this right when it came out. Way down here. Way down here. Yeah, this looks great. Just wait for it to break out. I have sold some. Not gonna lie. Sold a bunch on the way up. Still have a lot, but I've sold a bunch because I like money. Probably sold some here, sold some here, sold some up here. So I would wait for a break of that line, but this is nice, right? It came down, tapped demand, made that. You should be returning to the highs here. $1.08 would be your initial target. And then listen, if it breaks that, you're back in price discovery, right? So like if you break here, you target here, then maybe you consolidate. And if it gets above, you can buy again, go up. It's great. Love it. SKL tether us. USDT. You don't want to mess with me. Go tether. Go tether. How come every chart looks the same on USDT? I mean, I don't know, man. A lot of these look pretty shaky. They look like they're up here just running out of oxygen. Buy it here. Lost the 50. Struggling. I think it'll come down to here. I have no idea what's going to happen. But this is where I'd want to buy it. Otherwise, above here. Maybe if you're aggressive above there. I think maybe this comes down. It hasn't visited the 200 since down here. Maybe it comes down, visits that 200 MA, and makes a beautiful music note that I didn't mean to draw. Also look like Mickey Mouse's foot. Or maybe you get lucky. And this does this. It's holding support for now, technically. It's right at support. So if you see it hold above that support, maybe rounds out and goes, but I don't like how much it's struggling with the 50 MA through there. It'd be funny to go back and watch these and realize that I'm wrong like 80% of the time because, hey, charts really don't tell us anything. Okay, that was SKLU. I don't know. Smart. Dumb. Huge bull div there. Didn't really do much. Probably another one there. I don't know. Great. Thanks for opening. How many more charts to do for the day? I'm going to just pull it on the weekly. Well, I mean, this looks like trash, guys. What are we looking at here? Holy God. No, bro, it's consolidating. Rounding bottom. What's interesting now is if you draw that low right there, it's pretty much where all of this price action is, right? And we're below it. Couldn't even hold that. But I would take this low here as the meaningful one on the weekly. I would not touch this below that. Knife catching, but there's no support here. What is this thing? God, that's a terrible chart. I mean, eventually it's going to go up, but this is like bottomed beyond. I can't even look at that. It's making me want to puke. Snow. Yeah, I have to do it. Informer. You know, see, deadly snow me ako blam. I like you boom boom down. Detective man said he said deadly snow me stars someone down the land. I like you boom boom down. Informer. You know, see, deadly snow me ako blam. I like you boom boom down. Detective man said he said deadly snow me stars someone down the land. I like you boom boom down. If you're from my generation, you know about that. If you're not, go look up Snow Informer. The MC Shan. Take me to the station, black up my hands, trail me down because I'm hanging with the snowman. What I'm going to do? They got no clues and they want to get warmer, but Shan won't turn informal. You want to get that. But this is nice. That's a nice little flipper. So this looks pretty good. Looks like it's flipping resistance to support and heading back up. You got the 50 that's curving up. Zoom in and take a look at it real quick. Wonder if I'll, okay, so on the 4 hour, you've got the 50 holding a support. I've seen worse things. I really like how this is doing that. So either above here or you caught it when it just flipped that. That's it. I had the SNTVT chart against Bitcoin and ETH, but you can't pull the SNTVT chart against dollar on TradingView. I want to hold 12. I mean, that's cool. It held it. This is a limited history, by the way. There's much more history. It's been higher before. But this looks pretty good. I mean, that's a Chad candle. It's into resistance. So now you want to get above 17 cents, I would say. I was advisor for SNTVT for a very long time. Cool project. Great team. Haven't talked to them in quite a while, but I have a bag of SNTVT. Indeed. I mean, hard to even gauge this chart right here. But it is like if you wanted to do the thing I said where you kind of draw a line where the highest closes are, we're holding that. So that's pretty good. I want to be above 17.9 personally. Spice, I bought some of this and am currently underwater. Happens. I don't remember. I bought some like just under $1 breaking support. It's a great project. These coins are so volatile. My stop loss is 0 because it's Uniswap. So none of this matters to me even in the least tiniest bit. Is that a black line? Yeah, now this chart's the wrong color. I would say you want to hold that. Otherwise, who knows? So I mean, I'd probably buy a little more. I don't know. I know it's a good project. Don't know why it's going down. Oh, my lines are the wrong color. And now I'm going to do this again, and the lines are going to be the wrong color. Maybe if you break that-ish, you go up. This is a total knife catch here, though. I would love to see RSI, but I don't think they have it on here. Maybe they do. I mean, I can't even see it. 1 second. Now all my lines are going to disappear. I'm just warning you, but it's whatever. Oh, yeah. I knew we'd have bullish divergence. So if it closes above here, coming out of oversold, I think this will rip. Could be wrong, but hey. SRM USDT, another one, all the way up and consolidating and breaking down from a theoretical bull pennant because nobody cares about bull pennants. Right? If you were going to draw this before, you would have drawn support right here. Talk about this shit all the time. Bull pennants are so dumb. Look at that. But come down here and make a flag. But that does look a bit toppy. And it's, shit. I think that this is going to drop. I don't know. But I'm not a big fan of golden crosses and death crosses, but you have a death cross between the 50 and the 200 here, and it's right on price. When you see it happening on price, like touching price, not like way down here or something, it usually has a negative effect. I don't know what the dailies, and it's currently potentially losing the 50 MA on the daily as well. I wouldn't touch this right now. Down with SXP. Yeah, you know me. This looks like a massive inverse head and shoulders. So I would not trade it unless it breaks that purple line. That's it. If you're looking for a really local support, maybe here, around like it. Down here, probably. But I think that move is exhausted for now. You know, kind of like me. Maybe down here, you could draw something there. I wouldn't trade this until it breaks that purple line, personally. Unless you're going to try to catch a knife. I mean, these all kind of look toppy, man. I don't know. There's SXP on the USDT pair. That looked like it was going to head and shoulders and faked out. All-time high here. It's here. Not that that matters. If that comes into play, you're going to have fun staying poor. I would say that you'd be interested here. This will probably, if I had to guess, this will probably do one of these. And this also looks like an ascending wedge, right? I can hear people talking in the other room. I hear them. Sammy. She's on the phone talking about something or other. Yapping. I don't love this, guys. I don't know. These charts are trash. Like nothing's making any discernible pattern that you can trade. If it drops, maybe you buy it at the 50 right there. Theta, that's not the right chart, is it? I don't know why it's called Theta Twitter. What was I thinking? Yeah, it broke that range high and did nothing but go up. Holy guard. Isn't this like a top 10 market cap now? I mean, what do you want me to chart? It's parabolic. I would hate to see the day close like that. That would be an ugly candle. But even though it would be a shooting star, hanging man, whatever you want to call it, unless the next candle is bad, you don't worry about it. But if it closes like this and you get a red candle, I would be expecting to come back down here. And if this volume ends up even bigger than the volume before, which it doesn't look like it will, but it could, that looks kind of like a top capitulation vibe. It's already done it on the 4 hour, right? There's that candle and it's dropping. I would look, I mean, I'm sure this will continue up at some point, but right now, like it's in a bullish move. So I would say a dip is for buying. So if you can catch a dip on it, maybe like here on the daily. 4 hour might have something more clear. That's the same area I would look for on the 4 hour. There's nothing here, not even like one bad candle. So I would try to catch it here if you can. That would be an epic entry on a parabolic asset. I mean, TRB, the fibs are way up here, so that can't be good. Heller Tributes. Sounds like something from the Hunger Games. Nothing is jumping out to me today. I don't know if it's me or the charts, but like, this is how it's kind of been for me this week. Like, and the last couple of weeks, I've been looking for alt trades, and it's kind of like everything looks choppy or weird. And even if it goes up, it makes kind of a weird pattern. I don't know. There you go. It's kind of an inverse head and shoulders. I would trade this if it broke that. For show. And if it drops and you're looking for an entry and you actually want to be in this coin, I know nothing about it or why you'd want to be in it, then this is your come right back, retrace that move and head up. But I'd be looking for this. I don't even know if anyone's still watching. You guys still watching this? This is exciting. some people here. You guys are just doing stuff over here, talking about things and asking me to look at things. Yes, SNTVT will be swapping to fiat. They've been talking about that for years. Wabi's gone up. That was a Ichimoku Cloud trade that I shared a number of times. Still looks good as far as I know. So this is whatever I had posted was a trash setup. UBT. I mean, this is classic bearish SFP. Big move down, big move up, smacked twice above that and down. If my mouse stopped working. Yeah, there's your support. I don't know, wouldn't want to break that. If you're into knife catching, get out your gloves right now and catch it on support. But I would exit if it went below here, probably. I mean, doesn't look good. Doesn't look good. Looks like could be bottoming. So if you want to buy something that could be bottoming, have at it. UTK is just consolidating here. Still a beautiful rounding out. I love this. I love you, trust. I'm in it. I'm not worried. I don't see any reason to exit. I also, at this exact point, don't see any reason to enter. But this has a little cup and handle vibe of its own. This is rounding out. I expect this will go up bigly. Energy fuels. No. Who can name that movie? Oh, just missed that. Just missed that. Just one. I mean, this looks like yet again running out of air. I would say that this, it's good that it's at the 50, but I'm going to almost bet my reputation. No, I wouldn't. I have no idea that there's going to be bear divs with RSI here. Bam. Bam. I was right. I mean, listen, this is not going to be determined by a chart, but I would say that this chart looks like an exhausting move that's topping. Yeah, just kind of dwindling into obscurity. Buy it here. If it drops, I'd buy it here. $4.82. You. Almost done. 5 more. Whoa, VRA. That went up. Hopefully these lines are unimportant anymore. Yet again, a huge move, and who knows? Lots of selling. Somebody just left. I think maybe I was going to pick up my daughter, and Emmy just went to do it because I did 90 charts. Feels like that might be what happened. What a good wife. If that's what happened, I don't even know. Oh, yeah. She's out of there. Sorry. What's weird here, guys, I don't know if this is real, but like, look at all the volume here and look at how there's no volume on this move up. I don't want to trade that. I don't know if that's real. I don't know. Rejected at the highs there, big time. I'd buy it down here if it drops. I don't like this selling. 1, 2, 3, 4 huge candles. No, there's nothing in here. Maybe, I mean, this is going to be ugly, but it is kind of bull flaggy if you use these ridiculous wicks. So I would, regardless whether to bull flag or not, I would buy a break of that line or buy it down here. Here it is, guys. The thing that the bots have been spamming in my comments the whole time, Xerox. This is a company that makes copies. Been around a long time. I'm kidding, guys. It's Virox. Don't get triggered because I made fun of your coin that obviously you all love and nobody literally ever has heard of ever. It's been trading since the beginning of the year. I guess that's good. This is against Ether, by the way. It does appear to have broken out of this and be retesting, but these are not pretty candles on the daily. It's a lot of upwicks. You don't want to see that close like that. So I would personally say buy it here if you can get it. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I would say that this was breaking out of this pennant. I would, but this actually looks, no. What's happening is that's getting rejected twice at resistance with 2 huge wicks. Maybe it'll break through. I don't know how the day will end, but I'd be looking to buy it here and have it form that. Then break that and go up. Nothing bad about it, but like if you close with that candle and get another down candle, that is an evening star, shooting star, whatever you want to call it. We don't really get evening stars in crypto because there's no gaps. An evening star is when you have a candle like this, or like a little, even just like a little doji like this, like you have a candle up, doji, and then a candle down, but you need to have these gaps right here. That guy, that looks like a little guy too. But so you'd have this candle, and then this candle. I can't draw out these. And then this could be a star like that, or it can be like, one of these, or it can have a little body, whatever. Either way, you need the gaps for it to be an evening star. And you can't really get those in crypto, especially on 2 sides of a candle, because the market never closes. This serves the same purpose, and that's kind of a shooting star. And this wick is not great right before that. I don't want to see this close down here. You want to see this close like up here. And either way, you want to see tomorrow's candle up, not down. It looks fine. I mean, technically, yeah, you got this. But it looks fine, but it looks like strong resistance. We don't buy resistance. Silver, I'm going to tell you, looks like trash because the dollar is ripping. But I'm not worried about silver. I'm still in it. It did break this support. Still want to get it above here. Guys, that's all you got to do, right? I'm just kidding. And you've still got this bull flag that it was confirmed and hasn't hit its target. So we need to see the dollar drop. If the dollar keeps going up, the silver's going to get wrecked for a while. Then it'll be fine. I'm very bullish on silver long term, but yes, locally this chart looks pretty bad. That said, you are at support here. So, but yeah, technically this broke down. So you could have exited there, and you'd be fine. Wouldn't have lost much if you had entered here or down here. You'd have made money. Still think silver will get up here. I just think the dollar needs to chill the F out. Yeah, that doesn't look ideal at this moment. So here, give you something to break above that. You're reversing. Zemnem. Most confusing thing. Like, why are you XEM and also NEM? Anyone? I mean, this is in a major, bigly, hugely support area. Look at it on the weekly. Right. Use a rectangle. Like everything through here. Support. But I don't know. Doesn't look good. Kind of indifferent. Okay, maybe you would draw a line here and say, hey, look, it's holding. No, I don't even like that. I mean, how are you supposed to trade that? Pump, dump, all fully retracing. That's just a stupid chart. I wouldn't trade this. I wouldn't. Oh my God. That monthly candle, it's got a week left. But if it closes like that, bearishly engulfing the entirety of this candle, oh my God. I don't know. This doesn't look great. I don't see any reason to trade it with a weekly candle that looks like that. Or dailies that look like that, and this looks like bearish consolidation. Who knows? But I wouldn't touch it. XLM had broken down. We talked about this, and it's done nothing but go down from there. But, technically this would have been kind of the target of that breakdown. You could say lower depending on how. So it's fine, but ultimately, if this breaks support, you're looking down here. I don't know. You don't love that it kind of like failed so hard up there. This looks like a head and shoulder. I don't know, man. Doesn't look great. I'm sure all of these that I say don't look great are going to go way back up because they've finished retracing their move. Maybe you buy it on here. That would have been fine. But yeah, ultimately, I'd be looking down here if that breaks. There's nothing here. Be sad to see that retrace, but look at that. It did it before. How can you get excited about something when you saw this pump and dump and retrace even further? Then this pump goes up further. I guarantee there's bearish divergence there. Nothing but descending volume just leaking away. I don't know. Don't see any reason to be too excited about still. I did it. $90 straight minutes of charging. Neither. I prefer neither. I did put an XRP trade. Scott, you forgot TVK. Fuck my life. All right. 1 second. They're cold, man. It's cold. I don't know what I have TVK against Busty, which is basically the same as USD. Let me share my screen again. It's not even it. God damn it. Okay. TVK. I don't know. Still kind of below here. Yeah. I mean, listen, I don't like that candle, but it is kind of retesting that as support. These keep failing though, man. It's got this wedge vibe. That's not what I was looking for. But it does appear to be breaking out of a descending wedge. So yeah, I don't like that. If you bought it here, you want to see it bounce before the end of the day, preferably above the 50. If it closes down in here, I would just exit for a small loss, but it looks fine. Are you not entertained? I looked at PERP. I think the SafePal wallet's pretty cool. I haven't used it that much, but it's cool. It's cool. I like it. No sleeping without TVK. Have I heard about it? Yes, I've heard about it. It's very, very hyped. Very hyped. I think it launches at the beginning of April. Guys, even my hair is falling apart. It's such a mess. Maybe I'll put on one of my hats. How's that hat? Don't like that one? Wear this one. It's kind of tight. Hat's kind of tight. Kind of tight. Trend spider hat. Cool. A little tight. A little tight. Pretty good. Cooler than a polar bear's toenails. Oh hell. There she go again, talking that shit. When? I can give you admin, Brent. We'll talk. Why log charts? Because they're better. Relative moves matter a lot more than the exact moves. Scott Melker just wanted to say thank you. Can see this is kind of exhausting. Just know you're helping. Really appreciate it. That's why I do it. Thank you. I appreciate that. Nobody asked me for Matter, so I didn't skip it. I just don't care. Yeah, I'll just go right back through all of them. Thank you. Do you know about Bake? Yes, I have muffins in the kitchen. Did I miss eGold? Yes, because I didn't do it. Nobody asked for it. Just going back through these. I don't know what that means. Man, this candle just came. Fuck. Sorry. I don't know. We not bots. That's good to know. This guy has a lot of coins that he's clearly way underwater on and wants you to look at. Just kidding. I'm sure those are all great. Learned a ton. I'm glad. Thank you. I hope you guys found this at least. It did not matter. Did not matter at all. Bitsong is going to the moon and literally nobody's ever heard of it. I'm a legend. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Scott for the King of England. I'm pretty sure I don't qualify. Honest opinion on price suppression of Link, please. No charge. I don't know if it's price suppressed. Maybe people just don't care as much anymore. The problem with crypto is that there's always a new and shiny thing, and people eventually forget about the old shiny things until everyone forgets, and that's when they go up. Solid marathon. Thank you. I'm waiting for, I love the SafePal. I like the Ledger, except for when they hack your data. I think they're all pretty good. Trezors are good. I'm waiting for an Engrave. I can't wait for that thing. I am not getting jacked again, but I have worked out every single day since my vacation when I said I felt like I was in bad shape. I go back and forth Peloton one day, which I think is just the worst. But I do it because it's good exercise. And then I lift in my garage with some old school, you know, iron gym stuff. But it's good. This guy, very positive person. Very positive person. Very good. I saw the new Rain Controller one, and it looks pretty freaking sweet. I'm still a turntable guy. I've never really gone off it, but I was actually watching like the videos of what people could do on that thing, and I might just buy one for fun. Ass-tastic. How we like our women. You guys are very nice. I really appreciate all these comments. Lift heavy stuff and then put it down and lift it again. That's correct. That's one of my exercise plans. Justin also made a flyer once for my other exercise program, which was walk more, eat less, or eat less, walk more. Very good. I will just build a mountain and we can climb it. I'm trying to get jacked. Guys, you guys are awesome, but I do have to actually go because now I have to go ride that stupid bike. Sign up for the newsletter if you want to make a request next time, and maybe stop trying to get it over here in the comments because it's a bit annoying. It's a bit annoying. Sign up for Femex. Sign up for the newsletter. I forget to even mention those things because, hey, whatever, man. Guys, appreciate you. I do. But I got to go.